Oh boy. Oh boy. What are you talking about? What's up, crew? What's up, man? What's happening? Wait, what do you mean? You said the Amazon Prime signal was bad? Was this a it's an NFL game or something? What's today? Thursday? Ah, okay. It was an NFL game. Man, I don't watch the NFL right now. I'm protesting. I'm protesting. I can't stand the Cowboys. So this is a protest. This is an open protest. 1 month till Spurs play. Well. Oh, preseason. Yeah, preseason. If you were talking about like actual games, then we're about 1 month and a week and a half away from that. Should be nice though. Should be nice. We desperately need it because it has been a pain. Yeah, that's crazy. I wanted to go over that. So, let's see. So we'll go live for, let's see, what should we do? I think I have 3 segments to go over, and then we can go back live on Saturday. Let me see. Let's see, let me make sure I got, oh yeah, we got a few things here. Hold on, give me a second. Let's duplicate this twice. That's a good idea, actually. So we got an update on the Kawhi situation, so you know I have to go over that. I definitely wanted to go over what Adam Silver said, because there was more to it too. Maybe I didn't. I'll just post that one clip. Pretty doggone bad. Hold on. Yeah, and then we have these 2 takes, like. Where is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it. Dylan might be back at preseason, but I expect him open tonight. Who said that? Where'd you get that news from? I didn't hear that. Is that a Google search away? Sorry guys, there's still a delay between my video and my audio. It's worse, I think, this time. Look. It's really bad. Oh, it ain't news. It was okay. Dylan Harper's Summer League debut jersey sells for $11,000. Jeez. I don't think Dylan will be back. Is he missing preseason? Basically, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure it was announced that they're looking forward to him being there at the beginning of the season. Maybe you'll see him at the tail end of the preseason and they play him a couple minutes, but my hopes of him being a starter have kind of went to the background. I think it'll take a while now. So people are going to try to call me out on it, but like I didn't know this would happen, you know? So it kind of is what it is. All right. So once again, I apologize, chat. I still have not fixed the audio. The audio in the video visual. Like there's a delay. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I don't know. It's very frustrating. But with that being said, I did want to go over something recently where I was actually shocked by this. Really bad stuff, guys. Really bad stuff. So Adam Silver recently did a little talky talk, right? A little talky talk for the fans and for the owners, and he focused in on the whole Kawhi Leonard situation, right? We won't focus in on that. But this clip right here has been making rounds. A lot of people are talking about it, and it's actually kind of mind-blowing what he said about this. So you guys know we kind of kept up with it. Well, everybody's been keeping up with it. I'm not special. We're not special here. But the whole thing with the NBA right now is actually, hold on. I need to let's do this over, because I actually have, I want to show you this because I think it's important. I think it's important context to kind of get a visual of how ridiculous things have gotten. Let me see. Did I repost this? Where is it? It was a while ago. Let's see. Where is it? Oh gosh. Dang, it was that long ago when we talked about this? Jeez. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right. Once again, want to apologize for the delay. Okay, as you can see with my voice and the audio, it's not synced. Very frustrating, very ugly. I really hate it, but we're gonna have it fixed pretty soon. I've been trying to tinker with it. I have no idea what's going on, but I will have it fixed, just like we fixed lots of things. But I wanted to talk about this. So recently, Adam Silver did a little talky talk, right? He talked to owners. He talked to us as fans, and there's a clip that's been circulating around Twitter right now, and lots of people are quite disturbed by what he had to say. So you guys know the NBA is splitting everywhere. Like it's when we ask for, hey, can it be a little bit more affordable and a little bit more streamlined so we can watch these games, and maybe don't block out certain areas because it's my team I want to watch, so can we not block out certain areas? Hey, and also it'll be kind of nice if your app actually worked, if NBA League Pass actually worked on PlayStation and worked properly on my smart television. That would be cool. That would be great. And they were like, yeah, bet, we got you. And then they just end up signing a deal in which they're streaming everywhere now. Like it's ridiculous, right? Like, to catch an NBA game, you're going to be jumping from YouTube TV, Peacock, Prime Video. You're going to be jumping to, ESPN. Like you're gonna be jumping there. I'm pretty sure it's still on ESPN, right? Like you're jumping everywhere. It's ridiculous. It's too much, and it's too much money, and nobody wants to deal with all that, right? So, and then we also got the news that Stream East has been taken down, which doesn't really matter. There's like 50 million other websites, so. It doesn't matter. People will watch the games. But the response from Adam Silver, I have not been one to hate on Adam Silver. Like I know a lot of people do. This is tone deaf. So take a look at this clip right here.
There's a huge amount
oh goodness. Hold on, you can take a look at it, but you can't hear it.
of our content that people can.
Oh my gosh, he's talking so soft. Oh my gosh. All right, listen. Put your listening ears on, guys.
Essentially consume for free. I mean, this is very much a highlights-based sport. So Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, any service. The New York Times, for that matter, to the extent that your content is not behind a paid firewall. There's an enormous amount of content out there. YouTube, by another example, that is advertising-based that consumers can consume.
Did you hear what he had to say? He said that the NBA is a highlights league and you can catch highlights. He literally said, because I did see the longer version of this, okay? There is no further context. People see clips and they're like, well, I need the context. There is no further context. He said that, I know people are complaining about the multiple, the multiple subscriptions you would have to get to watch NBA basketball. But let's be real. You can just watch the highlights on TikTok. Insane. This is not good for the league at all. Okay, people that think like this, and I'm not just singling out him, I'm just saying fans in general, where it's like they just focus in on highlights and then that's their whole perception of a player. Like they ruin the game. It's not great whatsoever. I mean, we're constantly going live and talking about Spurs games, and that's one thing I steer away from. I steer away from just the box score, and I steer away from just the highlights, right? Like, what makes Wemby special? Yes, it's in the highlights, right? Obviously, it's like in your face. It's very obvious. Anybody can see the highlights and see, oh, wait, he's special. But also, it's the things that don't show up in the highlights, right? Like how he's talking amongst his players, or how guys will literally not shoot when he's around the rim at all, right? Like he just deter people from the rim. Like it's more nuanced. And for him to just say, well, you know, if you can't afford the subscriptions, you can see the highlights. That's crazy. Every sport has highlights. That's nothing special. WWE has highlights. Every sport has highlights. It's like watching not American football, but, you know, European football, soccer, right? It's like watching soccer and then they're saying, well, just watch the highlights. No, there's a lot to soccer. There's a lot more to it. So I just think that this is really like tone deaf. I think it's a little gross. I think it's dumb. And at the end of the day, you know, you can't expect your fans, because they just care about the bag, right? But you can't expect your fans to buy all of these subscriptions. No one's going to do this. Most people aren't going to do this, right? If you want to catch some Spurs games, no one's going to do it this way. They're not. They didn't improve on anything that we asked for, and they just made it harder and more difficult for people to watch games. I'm actually blown away that he let that come out of his mouth. And this actually also makes sense why the All-Star weekend was so bad. It was horrible. They took the fun out of everything, right? It was all just spectacle. Well, certain things was just spectacle. Steph Castle should have won that award. No offense, but a player that's not actually in the NBA, right? But like signs like a 10-day deal or whatnot just so he can be in the dunk contest, and he has all year to like practice jumping over cars is not fun to me. Okay, I think it's silly. I think it's too much spectacle. I think it's silly. Steph Castle dunks were incredible. He should have just won it. Like I don't like that at all. And then on top of it, you take the last game, the All-Star game, and they say we want people to compete. We want these players to compete. Meanwhile, you have like 50 million ads, 50 million commercials, and then you have Kevin Hart just doing improv the whole time. And it's not like he had a script. It's not like he had any jokes ready. They literally was like, hey, you want a free ride to the All-Star game? Well, it's not even free. They're going to pay him too. Like, you want to come to the All-Star game and, you know, just mess around? Because he just messed around. He wasn't even – Kevin Hart can be funny. He wasn't even funny. He wasn't even on his game. He was just, like, just there. You know? It's ridiculous, bro. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's lawyer jargon. It's dumb. Steph is already winning. He has a job while McClung fighting for his spot. I'm not trying to talk bad about McClung, right? I'm not trying to talk bad about McClung. I'm just saying that for the NBA to allow that is just silly. I think that's dumb, right? And then you have people coming out and saying, I think it was Michael Irvin came out and he was like, well, you know, I really think NFL players should compete in the dunk contest. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. We're getting further and further away from basketball. You know, we're getting further and further away from basketball. But just to call it a highlights league, I mean, good God, man. You can just, it's so tone deaf. It's so gross to just be like, dude, you can watch it on TikTok. That's messed up. I don't like that at all. Like, there's a lot of fans out there. And I won't even address like some of the dumb comments. There's some people that's just like, just work, bro. And it's like, okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your input. It's just dumb. It's too much. It's too much money. It's too much you're expecting people in this economy. Too much. If you can afford it, that's great. Good for you. A lot of people cannot, and it's very silly. And people work very hard, and people put a lot of money into the NBA for, you know, them to come back with this. Messed up. I don't know. Hate the NBA Europe idea because he wants to destroy EuroLeague. It's ridiculous. Mark Tatum for new commissioner. We need a 1v1 in All-Star. I think they're talking about doing that. Yeah, I think they're already talking about doing something like that. The new All-Star is lame. 12 Americans and 8 foreigners. It shouldn't be a prerequisite. It should be the fans' votes. It's just stupid, bro. It's just stupid. But like, and they wonder why people don't compete, why people don't take it as serious. And it's like, dude, you're like freaking, you're making it worse. You're making it worse with stuff like this, man. You guys know what I mean? Blown away that he said that. Let's see what some of the fans had to say. All right, let's see. Those who cannot eat dinner with the rest of us can eat the scraps from the table. It's still food. This is why I'm like, this is gross. This is like anti-fan, bro. This is a reaction like you do not care about the fans at all. And I didn't have like a strong opinion against Adam Silver until now. Now I'm like, okay, I get it. Because commissioners in every league is like, they're hated, you know, to some extent. I never really cared for Adam Silver, but like, this is like, come on, man. Let's see. Adam Silver really looked at fans dead in the eyes and said, can't afford league pass? Don't stress. This is a highlight sport anyway. You don't need to sit there 48 minutes of bricks, blown leads, and 6 straight timeouts. Just catch a 12-second dunk clip on TikTok and pretend, you watch the game. Don't worry about defense. This is what I'm saying. Don't worry about defense, rotations, and actual basketball IQ. Just vibes and fast breaks in 4K. Next season, they'll probably skip the regular season and just drop a monthly mixtape like it's 2016 Ball is Life. This is so true. Hold on, I'm just going to repost that. That is so true. Sorry you can't afford our money grab partnerships with these streaming platforms. Just watch the highlights then. And also, it not being streamlined at all, it just makes it so difficult for people to actually watch these games, man. If you got them all over the place, it makes it so difficult. And by the way, this person posting is just like Nuggets. I probably should have said that. This is just Nuggets basketball, but streamies, crack streams, Mets stream. Like everybody is, bro. No one's gonna do this, and they don't care. They don't actually care where you watch it. They just like, hey, we got our deals, you know. And the average person, and that's the thing too, like the average person, or like, you know, no offense to old heads, but like the average old head or whatever, they're not gonna think to go to these random websites or whatever, you know. That's more of like younger millennial Gen Z thing. Like they're not gonna do that. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. It's very dumb. It's very dumb. I hate it. I hate it. Very stupid. But anyways, as I always say, gotta remind you guys, speaking of advertisements, thank you to today's sponsor, Sleeper. Thank you so much, Sleeper, for allowing us to do things like this, right? It really means the world to me. If you guys could join Sleeper, please do. Promo code and connect with other people. It's almost like social media for specific sports, but you can go to the NBA section in particular and see a bunch of stats and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, guys, go check it out. Go check it out. I love you. I love all of you. Glad you didn't say thank you to sponsor Aspiration. I want to shout out. Wouldn't that be something? Like Aspiration bought me out. After I talk so much trash, they bought me out. I sell out. So what's the Spurs news, Clan? Are we talking more Kawhi? That's a good question. What else? What were we talking about? Wait, why is this only showing? Oh, here it is. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if there's any more Spurs news. I do want to talk Kawhi, though. I'm going to do that right now. All right, guys. Before we get into this, shout out to Sleeper. Please join. Link below. It's promo code CLAN. And I'm so sorry for this freaking delay. Oh my God, it's getting worse. The delay is getting worse. as the stream goes on, it's just getting worse and worse. But I wanted to show you guys this, right? So as you know, we've been keeping up with this whole Kawhi Leonard situation. We've had fans, shout out to all you guys, but we have fans DMing me and like, hey, I got my own perspective on this whole thing. I've been thinking maybe we should do like some type of like call-in show. I mean, that would be really cool. It would be cool to do like some type of call-in show. I need to figure that out because I want people to be vetted, right? I don't want just like some randos and then jumping out here calling me the N-word, right? I mean, if that's how you feel, I guess. But yeah, because I think that happened before. Like we had like random people on, they weren't vetted, and it was like kind of random. Most people were cool though. Well, look, 99.9% of people were dope. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful, especially when you do live streams and stuff. But yeah, I've been thinking about that. That would be kind of cool, just to like do certain segments, let people come on and just be like, hey, what's your take? Maybe after games or something. I don't know. I feel like that would make good content, you know? Not like me jump on here and like debate people or nothing like that. But yeah, if you do a call in, please vet and have it pre-planned, because people weird. Well, it wouldn't be pre-planned, but you have to go through a lot of hoops and valleys, right? You have to join the Discord or something like that. Anyways, sorry. Too much of a tangent. Kawhi Leonard. So we've been keeping up. Kawhi Leonard, it's some crazy stuff. And now we got some more news. And my God, it seems as if he's doing the NBA job for them, y'all. He's doing the NBA job for them. So let's take a look at what Pablo had to say at this point. Very credible man.
Inside of aspiration.
Ooh, that's loud. Yeah, we had to turn it up for Adam Silver that last segment. That dude, he talks so soft.
And according to my 7 sources, as well as Aspiration's internal cash forecast for sponsorship payments, which is a spreadsheet I obtained that you, David, now get to review in your mystery folder there. So the smoking gun question we're all contemplating. It's the thing that I think I have uncovered. One of the company's absolute top priorities, despite the total financial show enveloping this company, was simple. Hey, KL2 Aspire LLC. David, what is it marked there?
It is marked critical.
So in all fairness to Uncle Dennis, he's not...
Bro. It is just so funny to me that people are calling him Uncle Dennis. It is so funny. Spurs fans started that, right? Like, we started that. We were like, it's his uncle and his Dennis. Let's put the two together, right? Yeah, we're not that special. But still, I just think it's funny that, like, in these investigations, you know, instead of them just, like, calling him by his name, he's just Uncle Dennis. Like, that's crazy.
Not the only one who's calling trying to get paid. There's a huge freeze because there's no money to be spent. But lo and behold, Uncle Dennis gets paid.
According to this Green Bank's Silicon Valley bank statements, which I have acquired and confirmed and have in the folder in front of you, please tell us when exactly Aspiration finally does wire their months late second payment to Kawhi Leonard.
December 15th of 2022.
Could you imagine this hitting your bank account? Jeez.
1.75 million.
So this payment was made December 15th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
When was the 20% of the staff laid off?
The same day.
Oh. Something happened just 9 days before the wire out to Kawhi's KL2 Aspire LLC for $1.75 million on December 15th.
On December 6th of 2022.
People were let go the same day Kawhi got paid. This is why, honestly, when people come out and they're like, you know, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. What's wrong with stuff like this? It's not that big a deal. Money under the table, corruption. Why do you care? It's just money. Like, it's real world consequences. That's crazy, bro.
Do a wire in from DEA.
And keep in mind, throughout all this, he's not advertising anything. That's the wild part. He's not advertising anything. It's all BS.
6th of 2022, a wire in from DEA 88 Investments.
What is that?
In the amount of $1,999,999.59.
I said to myself, should probably look up the registered agent on
Wait, is he saying? Wait. Is he saying Bomber? I might be stupid. Are they saying Bomber put in $2 million and then Kawhi got paid?
file for DEA 88 Investments LP, and it turned out to be a man named Dennis.
Oh,
Dennis Robertson?
Not Uncle Dennis. Dennis J. Wong, our different Dennis, is the vice chairman of the Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, it gets worse. Oh my God, bro. Clippers, you'll never win anything ever, bro. It's over. It is so over for you. Kawhi, retire. It's so over, bro. It's so over. Wow. Said Dennis Howe. Yeah, not that Dennis.
Is the one and only limited partner, in fact, of the team. This has not been reported previously because the ownership group is Steve Ballmer owning 99%.
Right.
And Dennis J. Wong owning 1%, and that's it. But I did want to know what my second source knew at the time about the different Dennis in question. How surprising is it that a new investor would put money in December 2022 who had not already clearly been deeply invested into the company?
So,
But sure, Bomber knew nothing about nothing, and he's just caught off guard. Okay, he's poor Bomber. He just, poor little billionaire. He didn't know.
it is beyond shocking. And I will tell you, I knew that they had put money in December to make payroll and make rent and all that material. It is not a rational investment that someone would make. So it is very shocking to me that $2 million was made as an investment by Dennis Wong, who in my text is identified as the Clippers, Steve Ballmer's partner, a week before $1.75 million was paid to Kawhi.
I'm saying
A week before he puts in $2 million, just make sure you have enough to pay Kawhi, right? Like just enough so you can pay Kawhi. $200K difference. Yeah, $200K difference, huge money for average citizen. Yo, give me, like legit. You give the average American like 70,000, actually maybe even 50,000. Sometimes that can change people's lives, That'll burn out pretty quick though. 100K, give somebody 100K, that'll change your life. 200K, oh, we rolling. 2 million for nothing, man.
that is exactly what happened. And I am also saying that you should probably know that Dennis J. Wong was also Steve Ballmer's college roommate at Harvard in 1975. We reached out to Dennis Wong.
That doesn't matter. I mean, we know that they're close. You don't have to.
Wong via email, by a phone number linked to him in records database. Also to the Clippers with interview requests, detailed list of questions. As we do here at Pablo Torre Finds Out, we outline our reporting. And Wong did not respond before our deadline. But the Clippers wrote us a new statement. Quote,
Okay, I'll let him say it.
the details of our relationship with Aspiration are under NBA investigation, but it is clear the company was a house of cards that defrauded.
Oh no, they're rolling with that. Oh, they're rolling with that. Oh no, they're rolling with that. Oh, they're rolling with it. It's so over. It's so over. Look, we're under investigation. You should have just left it at that. He's like, but it's clear that this company defrauded Steve and many others. We look forward to sharing the facts with the league and providing them with all the information they need. Maybe I'm just too much of a pessimist when it comes to things like this, but I just have a very difficult time. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll come on and say I'm wrong, but I just have a difficult time believing that Ballmer knew nothing and this wasn't a scandal. I have a very hard time believing this multi-billionaire invested this amount of money and had no idea about anything. They just pulled the rug underneath them. Also with the with the what came out about aspiration, like putting $1 billion on the table to try to put their name on the stadium. You're like, okay, yeah, you knew nothing. And then afterwards, you still like invest in them. Come on. After that, because people were like, well, I think that he didn't know. You know, he thought that it was fake. Well, if you thought it was fake, why would you invest in them right after? All right, and I think I had something. What is this? Oh, Pablo. Yeah, so Pablo had a follow-up. This is what he had to say here. He says, it's pretty funny that a number of NBA reporters who use single anonymous sources to break random transactions all the time have raised the bar on proving cap circumvention beyond what would satisfy an actual court of law. He's absolutely correct. The hypocrisy of some of these people. Like, there's legitimately NBA reporters that just have like one single source, right? Which is fine, but have one single source no one knows about, and we all just take that as face value, which it's reliable sources most of the time, especially if they're well known. But it's like, yeah, we'll take that, we'll roll with that. But all of this investigating, this real journalism, yeah, I think people are just jealous. They're just jealous. There's no way. There's no way he didn't know, bro. That's crazy. So the Clippers also played the victims card. They got defrauded. Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't remember when he played the victim card. We went over it. Man, I stumbled over my words there. He went on ESPN and he was like, "Woe is me. I didn't know anything." Ooh. And then you had Mark Cuban coming out and saying, you know, if you were going to do some corruption, this is how he would have done corruption. This is why I think he had nothing to do with it, because real corruption is done this way. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Clan, we know it's use speaking with the voice changer, bro. What, when I did that like really high voice thing? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We got to go over every step of what happens with this whole situation, because it's funny. It's funny. But as we saw there, real world consequences, people losing their job after, like, come on, man. Ridiculous. Stuff's gross. All this. Somebody lost their job. People lost their job for like Kawhi to do nothing. It's crazy. Insane. I also love that he's like naming it the no-show contract. That's just funny. That's just funny to me. Anyways, last thing I'll read. I'm just happy this should finally show the Spurs had nothing to do with the Kawhi leaving. It took so long, but yeah, I'm with you. I think basically everyone is in agreement now. There was like the small segment of toxic Spurs fans that just want to blame the Spurs for every little thing, which you guys know me. I am not one that just kiss the butt of, you know, organization or whatever all the time. Like, I just don't. It's just for the Spurs, and as long as I've been a fan, they've been class. They're better than all. I gotta compare them compared to their peers, right? And they are so much leagues ahead of so many different franchises. One in particular being my Cowboys. So they are top tier. So when stuff come out of it and it's like, oh, this weird thing happened, I've seen them act on things pretty quickly. I've seen them not try to like sweep certain things under the rug. Now I guess they do that, but it's more so like a little bit of drama with the team or whatnot. They might do that. But as far as like big stuff like this, I could not fathom this happening with the Spurs. I couldn't fathom. It would never happen. Anyways, Clan, game 1 of 2017 Spurs versus Warriors West Conference Final is on NBA TV in an hour. You should watch it. I don't want to see that. I remember what happens. I'm good. I watched a few horror movies. Oh, you did? What movies did you watch? That religion-based one was bloody good. Heretic? Oh, please tell me it was Heretic. Dude, Heretic is so good. Was it Heretic? With the two, like, Mormon girls? Yes? Oh, man. Dude, I loved it. I was in the theater when I saw that movie. I was in the theater like, I love everything about this. I even love what he was spitting. I was like, he kind of spitting, but he is scary. I was like, you spitting, but you kind of scary, bro. I don't know what's going on. Barbarian was great. Barbarian is great. You end up watching Barbarian after we talked about it, or you saw it already? The two girls, I really enjoyed it. They were such good actors. And I love, and I won't spoil anything for anybody, but I love underestimated characters, right? I love it. Because I did not expect much out of that one girl. I was like, you are just too naive, girl. You. And I love the last, I won't spoil it, but I love the last shot, bro. I love the last shot because at the end, I was mad. Right. So I went to the theaters. I was loving it all the way through. I was like 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I loved all of it. And then the last scene, I was like, oh, you ruined the movie. I was like, that's so stupid. Right. I was like, that's so dumb. Why would they do that? And then the last shot, I was like, oh, I stand corrected. I was hoping you were smarter than this, but you are. You didn't. There was no bailouts here. 5 out of 5. Well, actually, I don't know if I gave it a 5 out of 5. I think I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, which is fine. But yeah, that ending ended up being like great, and I was so worried about it at first. Thanks, Clan. I appreciate you putting me on. Yeah, what other movie did you watch? There's so many, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want you to miss out because this new age of horror films, it's like multiple films that could be considered masterpieces. Like, yeah, I wish that we had a little bit more variety and not just horror films for like young directors and screenwriters to get into the industry, but like we're getting some great ones, you know. I wish we would get more thrillers. Parasite is so good. Parasite is top tier. I watched the Beauty Standards one. Oh, guys, don't tell me. It starts with an S. Okay, maybe you do need to tell me. What is it called? It's the body horror one. I know what you're talking about. It's the body horror one. Crap, what is it called? All right, you guys do need to tell me. I love horror films. I agree with you that some people don't want to watch them because they hate jump scares. Yeah, jump scares are really annoying. The Substance, that's what it is. Okay, thank you. Yeah, jump scares are really annoying. But it really depends, right? Like, jump scares are fine if it pushes the plot forward. Jump scares are bad when it has nothing to do with anything. Like Weapons, I thought all the jump scares were worth it because it had a point, right? But I hate those horror films where there's a jump scare, but really it's just like a cat jumping out from the bushes or something. You know, it's like that didn't do anything. That's just stupid. Screw that. Just watch the news, bro. Well, at least horror films can, it's quite a bit of fiction, right? So I don't watch horror films to just be scared, right? Like I watch it and I want to think and I want to reevaluate like something, like maybe not reevaluate my thoughts or anything, but maybe just give me a different perspective on things, or maybe see things a little bit differently, or, you know, not change anything, but I want an emotional experience. And I usually, what happens is I see a great horror film. Like I remember when I went to see Late Night with the Devil, I was terrified, you know, during the movie, but then after, I was just so happy that I watched that, right? I was like, man, I really enjoyed it. That was so much fun. And I leave the theater feeling good, right? Even if it's a dire ending, I feel good just because I experienced something that was great. Turning on the news doesn't make me feel good. It just makes me feel dread. It just makes me feel doom. It's not like I get out, you know, after watching the news and say, man, I'm really happy. I'm really happy I just saw that. I haven't seen Weapons. The trailer looks kind of crazy. Yeah. So, all right. So those are the two movies you watched, right? For me, it's escapism. Life is so crazy right now that I like to jump into sci-fi or horror. Yes, bro. Yes. Escapism. And I'm even cool with like when a movie has a message that's about real life things that are happening, right? Like I'm okay with that. It still makes me feel good. Actually, I like that better. It's a little cathartic, you know? It's a little cathartic. All right, so you watched 2. What should we get them on next? News is sad bait? Yeah. All right, what should we get them on next? I want to say weapons, but like you have to go to the theaters. Let's see if some you can just watch. Gosh, I want to just get you on that masterpiece there, but hold on. Let's see what else. I wish Mother was considered a horror. I'll get you on that. That's a thriller, though. Black Swan is top tier, of course. Hereditary is top tier. Sinners is great. Together? No. I saw Together. I like Together a lot, but no, I'm trying to give them the best of the best. I give Together a 4 out of 5. I was in between 3.5 and 4. I did like Together though. What's Parasite? Is it good? Parasite. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? It's not a horror movie, but it has some horror elements. Screw it. Watch it. Watch Parasite. Parasite is literally the greatest film I've ever watched. This is a list of all the films that I've seen, right? Like some of it got some bias in there, right? I know Mother isn't like a top 26 movie of all time, but it's pretty great. I truly mean this. Parasite is the greatest film I've ever seen in my entire life. The way that it tackles capitalism, the way that it has like so many different like intricate details throughout, the fact that it starts off as like a really great comedy and turns into a thriller and then turns into a horror. It just handles everything seamlessly. Certain words I just can't say. I don't know what's up with that. So certain words I just cannot say correctly. The acting's top tier, directing's top tier. Hold on, let me. I don't know if this means anything to you. Boom. Oscars. It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best International Feature Film, Best Original Screenplay, Best Production Design, Best Film Editing. It literally swept the 2020 Oscars. Absolutely swept it. The Academy Awards, it just swept it. It took all of it. I deserve it all. It went straight Kendrick Lamar. It was really great, bro. Alien Earth is so good. Okay, I'm gonna watch. Alien Earth is the best TV show I've seen in a long time. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to watch that. But yeah, like legitimate, Parasite will mess you up, man. It'll mess you up because after seeing it, your quality for films is going to be very high. Like your expectations, I mean, is going to be very high. You're going to have a very high bar for movies after seeing that. And this list I made is like 140. I think I got like 140 films on this right now. And it's number 1. Yeah, it's number 1. So go see it. Now I have to watch it. You have to, bro. Go watch it. You know what else? You know what else you should do? I don't know. I don't know what I was about to say. Forgot to do something. Hold on. Actually, I knew what I was gonna say. I was gonna. Oops. Somebody from Japan asked me, why do we have so many shootings? I just saw that. Where the heck is it? Clan, I want a new Spurs song from you. Oh, dude, I am. I haven't written it yet. But I wanted to do one where I literally rap every single Spurs player's name in a rap. I think that would be really cool. Wouldn't that be dope? All right, let's make sure we got it. There we go. All right. So, as you guys know, really quick, before we talk about some other things, big shout out to Sleeper, guys. So if you guys are interested at all, please join Sleeper. What is it, Clan? I don't know what it is. Well, basically what Sleeper is an app in which you can get on and you can do fantasy sports with your friends, right? You can put money on it if you're interested in doing that. But also, it's kind of like a social media app as well. So if you click on NBA here and you start scrolling, you have all of this feed here. And when games are actually going, you can look at live stats, you can react to it, you can post it, you can screenshot it, put it on your Twitter. It's some good stuff, right? It's some good stuff. So it's a really great community over there. So if you guys are interested, please join Sleeper. Use the code CLAN. If you do put some money on it, if that's something you're into as far as fantasy sports, there's no NBA going on right now, but you can do like NFL, obviously, but you get 100% match up to $100. Use promo code CLAN. Okay, if you look, fantasy sports is amazing. It absolutely is. If you guys support the sponsor, that means you're supporting the channel. Thank you. I'm looking at the wrong camera because I used to have a camera right here. Thank you, Sleeper. Thank you guys for all of it. So. No, it's not Mr. Clip. It's technically not that. Okay, it's not that. But yeah, like literally, it's an app where you can go on and just be on the social medias. Okay, you can just do the social medias. It's all good. Just join, use the promo code CLAN, and yeah, just use the link below. Use the link below, and it helps the channel. That's all you got to do. All right. But yeah. Fantasy sports are amazing. Fantasy sports is a lot of fun. I think I'm going to do it myself, honestly. But yeah, I am going to do a new Spurs song. I'm just going to I'm going to rhyme every single Spurs player. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, you say you got to watch Parasite, please watch it, bro. It's incredible. This top 5 list is crazy great. Like there's nothing touching it in my opinion. Handmaiden's masterpiece, Parasite masterpiece, RRR masterpiece, The Wailing masterpiece, City of God masterpiece. But Parasite is just on a whole nother level, man. So good. And don't you dare, because I'm sure there's an English version, don't you dare put on English dub, okay? Do not ruin your experience with that nonsense. All right, listen to it in Korean. So I hope you don't do that. I realized something when I visited Japan, which I'll be back for good in about a year. But when I visited, I noticed that, like, because I went to the movies and there was a bunch of Japanese trailers. They are very low budget. Like, Japanese films are very low budget. So I guess they just, they're pretty close to South Korea. So I guess they just, like, South Korea is the one that makes, like, the really great films. Japan has some great ones too, like Godzilla -1. That was incredible, but that had a smaller budget. I wonder if it's like Korean films are the ones that just get imported to Japan, and those are the ones that Japanese really enjoy. I don't know. It's kind of strange. I noticed that. There's some great ones though. There's some great Japanese films like Memories of Matsuko, Love Exposure. That's a Japanese film. Where's Confessions? Yeah, Confessions is a Japanese film. Mother's Korean, I think. There's Godzilla -1. Concrete Utopia is great too. That's Korean. Anyways, besides the point. Yeah, watch Parasite, man. I'm locking in Parasite. Any other musts? Shoot, man. Yeah. Woo. Moving to Japan. Any reason why? So I visited recently. I really loved it. Peace of mind. I loved how safe it was. The food was incredible. I have a friend who's been living there for a while, so I know quite a bit of stuff. Healthcare is pretty doggone good. It's not universal healthcare, but it's very cheap. Like you go to I think she went to the hospital and came out and she was like, yeah, it was like $20. So healthcare is pretty good. I just really like it. I really like Japan. Yeah, I really like Japan. So yeah, I just want to be there for a while, then maybe move somewhere else. But that's what I want my life to be now. I want it to be kind of moving around, you know? Maybe I'll settle. I don't know. That's what I want my life to be. Any other musts? Get you on some stuff. You know what? Speaking of Japan, this is one of my favorite films. So I'm gonna put you on this. Confessions. I think that's a must. And that's also a film you can kind of flex on other people because not everybody's seen it. Now you talk to anybody in Japan, they've seen it. But outside of that, not a lot of people seen Confessions. So Confessions would be a good one. I don't know where you could find Confessions though. Unless you have like Streamio, or you can find like one of those illegal websites or whatnot. Because I don't think you can actually rent Confessions. Or am I? Hold on. Let me see. I might be wrong. Confessions 2010 film. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you'll have to go to one. I don't know how you watch your movies, so. Yeah. You'll be heading there too, not that far from Australia. Dude, every single person that I've spoken to said that they visit Australia. They say they love Australia. A lot of people say that they want to move to Australia. But I think, isn't Australia becoming like a little bit more difficult to like get a visa? That's what I heard. Like they're being more strict on like immigration. So I heard it's like pretty difficult now. Because I know somebody who he said he went to Australia. He had to leave because of his visa situation. But he's going to try to go back. Everybody wants what we can't have. Americans want safety, others want freedoms. That's like you can't have freedom without safety. Yeah, you can't have freedoms without safety, man. Yeah, Japan has a I know like political scholars have said that, you know, them gaining power is very unlikely, but yeah, they have like this weird movement coming up when it comes to like being stricter on foreigners coming over. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, it's an awesome country, Australia. Man, I hear good stuff about Australia, man. Yeah, I hear really good stuff about Australia. I'm gonna have to visit. Cause how far is it from Japan? Cause my plan is to be in Japan and visit South Korea. But yeah, I didn't think about visiting Australia. That might be a good idea. Yeah, cause somebody else I just talked to said they're going to Australia. Oh, sorry. You said another must. I'm so sorry, Big E's. Hold on. I'm gonna give you another must. I'm gonna give you two movies. All right. So Parasite, that's the greatest film I've ever seen ever. And we need to give you another horror. You know what? Hereditary. Do Hereditary. That's kind of a modern. I feel like Hereditary is one of those films that kicked off this horror renaissance. It's top tier. This is Ari Aster at his best, I think. So yeah, watch Hereditary. That'll be a good horror film. I think Confessions is a must, but you're probably not going to find it, so just do Hereditary. If you can find this, great, but... The nature in Australia is beautiful. Plus is pretty safe. Visa don't seem too bad at all. Somebody I talked to said that they got the Visa. I had to look into it. I don't know much about Australia. I haven't looked into Australia like that, but shoot, Six Man. You know the YouTuber Six Man? We had him on one time. He's a really nice guy. His name's Wes, and I DM him every now and then. Wait, was it Six Man? It's Six Man, right? Because it's another. What was the other guy's name? Wes goes by Six Man, right? Pretty sure Wes goes by Six Man. Yeah, he goes by Six Man. I was thinking of someone else that, like, he was a 2K YouTuber. But yeah, Wes is from Australia, and yeah, he really likes it. Australia, nah, I don't want to wake up with dungeon boss on my wall. I don't want to fight a kangaroo. Then visit New Zealand. I think New Zealand is difficult to get in with, but New Zealand's really nice too, from what I've seen. On the right wing, we always looked at Australia like America, but with restrictions and supposedly more left. Dude, you gotta get out of that, man. American exceptionalism is not good. It's like, well, you know, we don't have safety, but at least we got freedom. That's I'm out. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's yeah, you gotta get out of that. You make me want to go to Australia. I am? Or you probably talking to Big E's. I don't know much about it. I just know that everyone that I've talked to that said they gone to Australia loved it. I personally have not looked into Australia the same way I looked into Japan, but we'll see. Maybe I'll look into that. I'll see what, you know, the visa stuff look like for that. How difficult would it be? All right, we have one more thing to go over. So you got your movies, right? You're good. We got you set. You watch Parasite and watch Hereditary. We'll throw in a horror. Watch Hereditary, and then Confessions is top tier too. I just don't know how you're gonna watch that. Battle Royale will be good, but I don't think it's considered a horror. It's not really a horror film. Yeah. I live on the coast, like Great Ocean Road area, about 1 hour from Melbourne. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Clint. Yeah, man. Yeah, next time we talk, well, it don't have to be the next time, but like one of these live streams, I want you to jump on here and you gotta tell me what you thought. You gotta tell me what you thought. Top tier. Just to give you another idea. I mean, I know I don't have to sell you to it, but keep in mind that Letterboxd is nothing but crazy people. Okay, it's people that absolutely love film, very critical. If you're skeptical, like jumping on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, and you're like, I don't really know, go to Letterboxd. These are real people who love film, and this type of rating is unheard of. 4.5, most people giving it is unheard of. 50% of people saying it's a masterpiece is insane. That's not normal. Okay, that is not normal. You don't get better than this movie. Yeah, you don't get better than this movie. This is like Bong Joon-ho's what would I say? This is like his Pulp Fiction, right? Like peak. This is his peak. I don't know. Would that be Quentin Tarantino's peak? He had a lot of great films after that. I don't know if that's his peak, but that's his most well-known, I think, is Pulp Fiction. Or maybe it's Kill Bill. Maybe Kill Bill's his most well-known. I'll give you a review. Letterboxd be mad critical. Yeah, and for it to be like nearly a 5 with 141,000 people. I went to see this movie twice, by the way. But yeah. How racist is America? Like, if you get pulled over, what's the chance of something happening? First off, I don't think that that's a good metric for like how racist a country is. The odds of something happening statistically is going to be low, right? like statistically it'll be low because there's so many people. But I just don't think that's a. I don't know. Last time I got pulled over, 4 cop cars came up, so there's that. I got pulled over for going 5 over the speed limit. 4 cop cars showed up, and then afterwards, I had to pay like $150. Like, yeah. But also, that's just not a good metric. It says more than it should. Yeah, more than it should. It's never 0. It's never 0. Suspect fleeing arrest. Yeah. Yeah. They pulled me over and they're like, he got a bazooka. But yeah, that's not a good. That wouldn't be a good indicator of how bad something is if you're just like, well, how many people actually die from the police? Like, yeah, that's not a good. Yeah, that's not a good. And especially you start comparing it to like, you know, some of these other countries. Like, we're a very dangerous country. Very dangerous. Anyways, that's besides the point. What do we have? Oh, we have more bad takes. We like those, right? Yeah, you guys love bad takes. You guys love bad takes. Sorry for the delay. The delay's still there, obviously. But you guys love bad takes, okay? You love it. So I wanted to show you this. This is pretty doggone bad, man. This is pretty doggone bad. Take a look at this. So we got a couple here. We got a couple bad takes. Let's start off with San Antonio Spurs legend Tracy McGrady. This is what he had to say about the modern NBA.
Who's the closest player in today's NBA to prime T-Mac?
Pull this up a little bit.
In today's game, I don't see nobody. Yeah. KD's older. KD's older. Like the younger.
When he's like, when Nick Young is like low key agreeing with you, this is bad. This is bad. This is not a good look.
Like the younger. I don't see nobody.
Clan, have you seen Weapons? Of course I've seen Weapons. 5 out of 5. Love that movie. It's one of the better movies this year. 5 out of 5.
I don't.
It could have been. It could have been.
Oh, we said like Paul George.
It could have been
the older guys.
Paul George. Yeah, it would have been Paul. It would have been.
Oh wait, I guess that is a good question. Are they who are they talking about?
Paul George.
The younger guy. We talking not the guys. The younger guys.
Whoever's in the league right now. It would have been that Indiana Paul George. It would have been that one.
What are we talking about this?
I think it's gonna be hard.
I think
to be that because I took mid ranges and a lot of these guys. Like if Tatum was a guy that took those mid ranges, like I would say Tatum because.
We're saying who's the closest to. Okay, hold on.
The fluidity, like how I moved, I was fast, bro.
We are aware. We are aware.
Well, I think if you had, like, if he played that in between game like that, yeah.
Okay, wait. Actually, maybe I was. Let me hear the question one more time.
Who's the closest player in today's NBA to prime T-Mac?
Maybe it's a little bit of a loaded question. Okay? Maybe because it's a little weird, like to say, because it sounds like what he's asking is who's as good as prime T-Mac. But then it also sounds a little bit like who's the closest, which this is what he literally said, who's the closest to prime. So it's like, are you saying somebody that's as good or close to prime T-Mac? Or are you saying somebody who played like T-Mac? But then why would you even add in the prime part? You know what I mean? Like, it's a little weird to me. I don't know. My opinion is I think that T-Mac might have interpreted this as who's like the closest to his personal game, how he kind of answered it. Like he mentioned KD and he focused in on mid-range shots. Because if we're talking about just who is like close to talent-wise is prime T-Mac, I can name plenty of people, I think, right? I would say as far as like talent, Giannis, Jokic, Luka. I would even put Wemby in there. I'll put SGA in there. Like, and I'm surprised he didn't mention SGA. He takes mid-range shots. So I don't know. It's a little of a strange thing. If you're just saying who's closest play style, I feel like they should have emphasized that. I don't know. Rusty Buckets has us at the 18. No, it's about play style always. Okay. Well, if they're talking about specific play style, I guess I can't get mad at him too much. I just know T-Mac has said some weird things. He has some weird takes before when it pertains to the Spurs. So I'll lay off of him. Okay, I'll lay off of him. I'll be cool. Listening to it again, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as bad as how I initially read it. Now this is bad. This is bad. So as you guys know, Draymond Green has been on a new media tour, right? That's like all he talks. That's Draymond over there. That's all he talks about is how he's part of the new media. And what I realized when he first said that like years ago, I remember we went live and I was like, I don't think he's that different than like the stuff that we see on ESPN sometimes. Like, and also I think it's even, well, I guess he's still in the league or whatever, but it's also like lazier than a lot of stuff that we've seen from other people, where he just right after game he just jumps in front of his webcam and pick up a mic and just says things. Now sometimes he has good takes because he's Draymond, right? Like he's a smart dude, but oftentimes it's like you're just saying things. And this is the reason why I don't like when people say you never played basketball, you can't have a take. That is the silliest thing ever, because some of the top tier players ever to ever touch a basketball has some of the worst takes ever. So let's listen to what he has to say about LeBron James. He loved LeBron.
Reason why.
Gosh, why is everything so low? I hope you guys can hear this.
It's because Bron can control.
Okay, this is so low. I'm going to turn the music off. No music.
He said Bron. He said Bron, Talil. Talil, he said Bron.
You ready to go fight me, bro?
He got Bron signatures added on you. Pull up a chair.
You got Bron signatures added on you? I'm gonna be honest.
Show me
It takes about 7 minutes to get from my room to this room. I was running full speed to come see your answer in person, because you never played against Jordan. You never played against Jordan. No. So there's no way you can say Jordan is better than Bron.
No, hold on.
His argument is good God. His argument is Draymond Green never played against Jordan, so he can't say that LeBron is better than Jordan. What a terrible argument. We can look at statistics, okay? I mean, we can go by like what people say, but you can look at statistics how great Jordan was, right? And put it in the context of this is a guy that was in a big man league and how the rules were made up. It wasn't made for a guard to be able to thrive the way he did. The fact that he was getting called, the GOAT before he got his championship is like high praise from like the greatest players to ever walk this earth to do that. But okay.
I mean, serious reasoning though.
So
Bron because why?
It's Bron because people threw the towel in on J.R. Smith. Like, as talented as J.R. was.
He's about to make the argument that LeBron James didn't have help. Oh my God.
People threw the towel in on him like, yo, he can't play winning basketball. He can't do this. He can't do that. It's not just JR though. If you look at some of the guys that he had to lead, yeah, JR had talent, no question. But people threw the towel in on you already. When people throw the towel in on you in this league, it's over. And people threw the towel in on JR, and Bron's like, nah, this man can shoot and he can defend. I can do something with that. I don't think MJ had many guys that went through that. Like Scottie Pippen is like
You're just saying stuff. Like, I don't think that this is a good comparison whatsoever. Like, I think that this is a little ridiculous. Like, he's basically saying LeBron had plumbers and Michael Jordan did not. Like, that's insane. Michael Jordan was a very high basketball IQ player. And he was an ultimate leader. Like, so we're just going to try to use that LeBron is a leader against Jordan is just silly to me. Absolutely insane.
Delly stinks. Like Matt, he won 2 games in the NBA Finals with Delly. Like stinks. Matthew Dellavedova. It's fucking terrible. But chase Stephen Curry around. I got a lot of respect for Delly. Stinks. I respect his game. Completely stinks. Like he can win with like guys like that. Man, it's so hard to win in this league, bro. To win with guys like that.
This is like off topic, but I wonder what Kai Cenat, right? I wonder what he's like when the camera isn't in front of him, because just, I don't know, everything's just so, I don't understand why people enjoy it. Everything just seems so performative all the time. You know? I don't watch a lot of streamers or anything. Well, I don't watch any streamers, honestly, but I do like Speed a lot because he seems a little bit more down to earth, and yeah, he can get a little crazy, but it just doesn't come across as so performative, you know? I don't know. It's just something about Kai's streams. I don't know. It's not that bad in this clip, but
MJ wasn't winning with Matthew Dellavedova. I mean, unless they thought that of Steve Kerr, but he wasn't winning with Matthew. Like, Steve Kerr is probably one of Jordan's worst teammates that contributed to a teammate. Steve Kerr was a damn good NBA player that played 14, 15 years in the NBA. Watch how you speak on your coach. And no, I'm just saying. You don't want to come up with Coach might put you. That's coach. That's coach. I'm just telling you. Right. That's coach, though. I'm just telling you.
It's not funny. I don't know.
Steve, if you look at Steve, even Steve journey in the league, for someone that contributed to a championship on the Bulls.
Yeah, real talk. I heard Kai Cenat wanted to be in Scary Movie 6, and yeah, I almost blew a blood vessel. Please, for the love of God, don't do that.
His path was probably the worst of anyone. Like, that's just facts. Fair enough. Had to figure it out. Like, that's real. Cut from a team, had to figure it out. His path of guys that contributed to the Bulls championship, his path was worse than anyone.
He had a crazy shot though with that one.
Big time. Yeah. But I'm saying that's all a part of him going to make it happen. Steve's path was dog shit. Okay. He just had to figure it out. Like, last cut on the team, make the team type shit. His path, Jordan ain't had them type of teammates.
This is so silly. This is just so silly. Like, just it's the weakest of arguments to say who's the best. Oh, well, look at the teammates. Like, that's like the laziest of the arguments here. Let's see. And I really love what Legend of Winning had to say about this. I would not be surprised if he actually go over this. I love his channel, by the way. He said, it's sad when NBA players don't know the history of the league. Also saying Bron is better because he played with Delly is such a and low IQ take, but hey, new media. But yeah, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. And you would expect, well, you should expect more out of Draymond Green to say this, but this is just a barbershop take, right? He didn't give any, like, and this is off the, I mean, to be fair, it is off the cuff, but that's just bad reasoning. And then you just go on a tangent for 2 minutes about how one player had Delly and Delly's trash, and, you know, Jordan had the all-star team, like, almost as if Jordan was not, like, destroying the league before any of that, right? Like, it's just so dumb. So dumb. Anyways, that's all I had to say about this. Speed seems genuine, but I feel Kai is throwing an act. He's always throwing an act. He's just loud and just not funny, and just every time I see it, he says something that's not funny, and it's just like, I feel like Kai's just all about his money, you know? What? What is this claim? Bron Glaze? MJ will never be defeated. Yeah. No, MJ's better than LeBron. MJ is better than LeBron. Anyways, guys, I'm going to hop off. I appreciate the love. I will be back Saturday night, right? So look out for that. It's getting late. I need to head to bed. So second 3P, MJ only had a fringe all-star. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jordan plays in a league of plumbers, but Braun won with the same plumbers. It's just stupid. But like it is saying, LeBron is so great that he can play with nobodies and win. And it's like, and also with Bill Dellavedova, they lost. Dellavedova wasn't on the team after that, right? Or am I tripping? 2016? Was Dellavedova even on the team after they lost in the finals? I could be tripping. I might be wrong. It's okay if I'm wrong. Oh, okay, I'm tripping. I don't remember Dellavedova on. No, he wasn't on that 2016 team. No, he wasn't on that team because they had Kevin Love. He wasn't on that team. Was he? I don't think he was on that team. All right. Anyways, I'm hopping off. I appreciate all the love. Hopefully I can have this camera fixed by the next time I see you guys. But I do appreciate the love nonetheless. Okay. You guys mean oh so much to me. Hold on, what if I move this up? Yeah, we did that already and it messed up. It didn't look good. Because I want to just keep it like up here or something, you know? But I don't know, I guess we need to just keep it down here so you can actually see the stuff. Anyways, I'll get with you guys later. You have a great night. Good night.